Canadian History, Part 3. 1. Canada's government system. King Charles III is the head of state of Canada. The Governor-General represents the King in Canada, represents the Crown, the monarch at the national level, acts as head of state in Canada on behalf of the King, appointed by the King on the advice of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is the leader of the federal government. He represents the government and the country. A lieutenant governor represents the King in each province. He is appointed by the Governor-General on the advice of the Prime Minister. The Premier is the leader of the provincial government. Canada has 3 levels of government: federal, provincial, and municipal. Parliament has 3 parts: the Sovereign, the Senate, and the House of Commons. Canada has 10 provinces and 3 territories. English and French are the official languages of Canada. Ontario and Quebec both have their own police forces. 2. Voting and rights. Canadians can vote at 18 years and older. Women earned the right to vote in federal elections in 1918, led by Emily Stowe, and granted by the federal government of Sir Robert Borden. Voting is voluntary in Canada, not compulsory. Same-day voting registration is allowed. Voting in advance is allowed in Canada. The right to a fair trial is called Habeas Corpus. It's the legal protection against unlawful detention. The Magna Carta, signed in 1215 in England, is known as the Great Charter of Freedoms. It inspired Canada's legal system. 3. Rights and responsibilities of citizens. Great Charter of Freedoms. 1. Freedom of conscience and religion. 2. Freedom of thought, belief, opinion, and expression, including freedom of speech and of the press. 3. Freedom of peaceful assembly. 4. Freedom of association. Canada is founded upon principles that recognize the supremacy of God and the rule of law. The Charter attempts to summarize fundamental freedoms while also setting out additional rights, such as 1. Mobility rights. Canadians have mobility rights, allowing them to live and work anywhere in Canada. 2. Aboriginal people's rights. Aboriginal people's rights are recognized and protected in Canada. 3. Language and educational rights. Official language rights and minority language educational rights are guaranteed. 4. Multiculturalism. Canada supports multiculturalism as a fundamental Canadian value. Responsibilities. 1. Obeying the law. Obeying the law is a basic responsibility of every Canadian. 2. Responsibility for oneself and one's family. Canadians must take responsibility for themselves and their families. 3. Serving on a jury. Serving on a jury is an important civic duty in Canada. 4. Voting in elections. Voting in elections is a key responsibility of Canadian citizens. 5. Helping others in the community. Helping others in the community is valued in Canadian society. 6. Protecting and enjoying our heritage and environment. Canadians must protect and enjoy their heritage and environment. 4. Canadian symbols and national identity. Motto. Canada's motto is, "From sea to sea." National flag. Red and white with a maple leaf. Adopted in 1965. National animal. The beaver is the official animal of Canada. National anthem. O Canada is the national anthem. Royal anthem. God Save the King is the royal anthem. National sports. Ice hockey is the official winter sport, and lacrosse is the official summer sport. Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Founded in 1873, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police is Canada's national police force, known for their red uniforms. Victoria Cross. Canada's highest military award is inscribed with the word "Valor." Crown symbol symbolizes the state, represents the monarchy in Canada. Official Languages Act guaranteed French language rights and promoted bilingualism at the federal level. Canada Day, celebrated on July 1, marking Confederation in 1867. Victoria Day celebrates Queen Victoria's birthday. It falls on the second last Monday of May, typically between 19th and the 24th May. Remembrance Day, observed on November 11th to honor war veterans. 5. Money and economy. Bank of Canada. The Bank of Canada was established in 1934. $5 bill. The $5 bill features Sir Wilfrid Laurier. $10 bill. The $10 bill features Sir John A. Macdonald. 5-cent coin. The 5-cent coin features a beaver. Largest trading partner. Canada's largest international trading partner is the United States. Over 3/4 of Canadian exports are destined for the USA. Canada's service industry. More than 75% of working Canadians have jobs in service industries. 6. Canada provinces. Confederation by year. 1867, Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick joined Confederation. 1870, Manitoba and the Northwest Territories joined Canada. 1871, British Columbia became part of Canada. 1873, Prince Edward Island joined Confederation. 1880, the Arctic Islands were transferred to the Northwest Territories. 1898, Yukon Territory was established. 1905, Alberta and Saskatchewan became provinces. 1949, Newfoundland and Labrador joined Canada. 1999, Nunavut was created as Canada's newest territory. Capitals. Canada has 10 provinces and 3 territories. Ontario, Toronto, Quebec, Quebec City, Nova Scotia, Halifax, New Brunswick, Fredericton, Manitoba, Winnipeg, British Columbia, Victoria, Prince Edward Island, Charlottetown, Saskatchewan, Regina, Alberta, Edmonton, Newfoundland and Labrador, St. John's, Nunavut, Iqaluit, Northwest Territories, Yellowknife, Yukon Territory, Whitehorse. Canada by region. Atlantic provinces, Newfoundland and Labrador, Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick. Central Canada, Ontario and Quebec. Prairie provinces, Manitoba, Saskatchewan and Alberta. West Coast, British Columbia. Northern Territories, Nunavut, Northwest Territories and Yukon Territory. Industries by provinces. Ontario is known for mining, tourism, and automobile manufacturing. Quebec specializes in pulp and paper, forestry, and hydroelectric power. Nova Scotia's key industries are coal mining, forestry, and agriculture. New Brunswick thrives on forestry, agriculture, and mining. Manitoba's economy is driven by agriculture, mining, and hydroelectric power generation. British Columbia is rich in forests, fish, and water resources. Prince Edward Island is famous for agriculture, especially potatoes, and fisheries. Saskatchewan is known for farming, mining, and natural gas production. Alberta's major industries include oil, agriculture, and forestry. 7. The Great Lakes. There are 5 Great Lakes located between Ontario and the United States: Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior, remembered by the word homes. Lake Superior is the largest freshwater lake in the world. The St. Lawrence River is a vital waterway for trade and transportation in eastern Canada. More than half of Canada's population lives near the Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence River, in southern Quebec and Ontario. This region is called Central Canada and is the industrial and manufacturing heartland of the country. This is the end of Section 3 and the series, Canadian Citizenship Test. If you found this video useful, then please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Canada Dreamers. Thank you.